everybody, welcome back to the Magic Secret series. This is Season 2, Episode 3 of the Magic Secret series, and I know it's been about 2 months because I was just looking on my YouTube studio, and I saw 2 months since I put out an episode. Wow, I need to do something. So I have filmed a brand new episode for you, and it's one of my favorites, and it's coming right up. So, some of the stuff here may seem a little bit awkward, but I'll warn you that I will not look. Here we go. Go ahead. Spectator, go ahead and finish shuffling. Now, you can go ahead, tell them just to look at the cards here, or you can take them back and look at them, just to kind of show them that they have mixed them up in a way that they're not in any particular order. They're in a random order, and probably the only order that they'll ever be in. Then you can go ahead and show them that this is what they're going to do. They're just going to pick the deck, cut them to any spot, to any top card here, and shuffle them in like this. You hand them back to your spectator. Your spectator will go ahead, cut, you're looking away, turning your head, not looking at the card. Then they will shuffle them into the pile. You're still looking away as they go ahead and take them back, or go ahead and tell them to cut them, losing them. The card's completely in the pile. So now they really have no way of knowing where the card is. They'll let you know that they're finished. You can go ahead, turn back, and fan out the cards. Now, I'm looking here, and this is even tougher than before because all of these face up. But then, I also have all of these to look at as well. So that is what's making this a little bit more trickier than normal. We'll start on this end over here. I'm going to take out this little pile right here. And something's just telling me, don't know what it is, that it's not in this pile. So hopefully you don't see the card, because it's too late now, because I am eliminating this pile. Not there. Take some over here. Let's go ahead. This majority is upside down. Once again, I'm not feeling anything from this pile. Go ahead and eliminate it. Let's take some right here in the middle. Let's go ahead and take some of these right here. Look at them. And once again, I'm not seeing their card, and I'm not feeling it either. So we'll go ahead and eliminate that. Let's go ahead and go with this majority pile right here. And once again, I'm not quite sure what it is. Something's telling me that your card might be here. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to the side for right now. We'll come back to that. Got this little section over here. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate these 2 piles, because I'm feeling my instinct here. My instinct's saying to go back to this one right here and search for this pile again. So I'm going to go and look. You know, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate all of the face down cards. So that'll be those, that one, and these two here, and those will now be eliminated from the game. The game is going to only deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Leaving just one. Alright, here's the secret. The setup is so simple because there is no setup. This is a self-working card trick. As long as you follow what I am giving you, the instructions, it'll work. Now, beforehand, you want to make sure that your spectator can riffle shuffle. And it's for the section where they're taking the cards like this and riffle shuffling them together. That's the only way that this will work. So when we get to that section, I'm going to show you different ways that you can get around if your volunteer cannot riffle shuffle. So, this can mainly happen in their hands. What you're going to do is you're just going to tell them to go ahead, give the deck some shuffles. Okay? Now this is okay if they can't riffle shuffle here, because all they're doing is shuffling up the deck. Go ahead, I'm just going to cut them a couple times. There we go. Alright. And just give them one more riffle shuffle. Okay. Now here's something important. This is the only thing you have to do, is to memorize this card right here. So for instance, ours is the 2 of clubs. Now there's a few ways to make sure you get that card right here. Is this what I did in the video, is I just took them and showed y'all that the deck is in no particular order, that this is pretty much the only order it's going to be in the whole entire time, and I got to that bottom card, and I just glanced, memorized it, 2 of clubs. Another way to do it is while you're talking, it's just to kind of slide that card out there, take a peek, put it back in, 2 seconds. That's another way to do it. But to me, I just like showing them that this is a normal deck, it's in no particular order, and get that bottom card. Now they'll hand them back to you, because that's their instinct. They don't know what you're doing. They just know, oh, magician, he needs cards. And that will help you out, because then you can show them and go ahead and show them this is what they're doing. It's just a bit of cut, make sure it's about the middle, and take a peek. And now if you're done with that, shuffle them like this, back to face. At that point, they'll tell you if they can riffle shuffle or not. And if they can't, then here's something you can do. Is, if you're doing this at like a dinner party, you can take a tablecloth and tie it around your head. That way it's blocking your eyes, have someone put their hands over your face, over your eyes, or you yourself can close your eyes and they can just trust that you're not peeking. So, and then after that you can just shuffle them yourself, square them up, and then they can finish everything off. So let's just hope that you pick somebody that can riffle shuffle. Now, they'll go ahead, you're not peeking, and they'll just cut. So let's cut right there, and they'll take a look at it, they'll memorize it. I'm actually looking at this point, guys, just to make things a little bit quicker and easier here. It's the deck's hearts. Keep in mind, remembering that 2 of clubs. That's when this is going to come important. Shuffle them together. They'll take them, cut the cards a couple times, because you'll let them know that's what they're doing. And the cards a couple times here. Alright. Come on. There we go. Okay. I was just doing that because similar cards are getting up at the top. If you can kind of avoid that as possible, they can. Because some people may not memorize the card. Then, you'll turn back around after they're done with that, and take your blindfold off or look back, and go ahead and slide them out like so. Now what you're looking for is that key card. So for instance, I'm looking for the 2 of clubs. I'm looking, there it is, right there. Now, most of the time, sorry about that, there was somebody at the door. Now, most of the time, the card left of your key card will be their card. I'm guaranteeing that most of the time, if you do what you're supposed to do, it'll work. If they do what they're supposed to do, it'll work. So right here is the 2 of clubs. We have an upside down card. That's not their card. If it's one that's upside down, that's not their card. It's going to be whatever's after right there is the Jack of Hearts. I see that. And they may at first glance see the card too. Now the rest is acting. Now what I usually like to do is, since their card is closest to this end over here, I'll start over here. So we'll go ahead, we'll grab these, and I like to talk about this seems to be trickier because I've got cards facing me here and I've got cards facing me there, so I have to look at both sides. So let's see here, I'm going through and I'm looking and I'm not seeing your card. Do you? And you can show them. And they may not give you an answer because they don't want to give the magician a straight answer. So they may say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And if they say, yes, you do, then you know they're lying because you already know what their card is. Go ahead and eliminate it. Then I'll move over here. Oh, look at this. My job's easier. Most of these cards are face up, except for one. So I'm just going to quickly look here and see that it's not there. None of those are your card. Then go back over here until you finally can get down. Oh, one quick thing. Usually my third to last or my second to last pile, I'll make sure I grab a pile that has their card, because then you can do something like this. Alright, let's get to this pile right here to let me look. Oh man, these are a lot. Ooh. Something's telling me to check back here later. And then you can finish up here and get back down to here. Now, there's multiple ways you can end this. What I did was I did this. I'm looking and I think I'm going to eliminate. Now make sure before you do this that their card is the side that you're seeing, because you're about to eliminate all the face down cards. So if you eliminate their card when it's shown face down, this will not work, because then you've completely messed up. So now we're down to about 6 cards, which is good if you want to do this ending. Now if their card is in the middle somehow, or if it is, you're going to want to make sure you shuffle it to the bottom. So what I did is I glanced through one more time, looking, making sure I felt comfortable with what I'm about to do. I saw that it was the third card, and what I did is I just went 1, 2, 3, like that. Oh, sorry. So that's the third card. So all I did was just went 1, 2, like that. Make sure that my thumb's on the camera. Let me show you that here. I saw that it was the second card right there, or the third card. So all I did was I squared it up, and I just went 1, 2 like that, getting it onto the bottom. Now there's many ways to do this, sorry. Man, people are at my door today. Is I put them in my knuckles. Now, that's what you're going to tell them. Just take them, put them in your knuckles, just give a nice grip to them. And then you're going to slap down. It'll send all the cards flying, but that bottom card. So as long as they give that light grip, now you can also do it like this, and do it down that way, they just all slide out like that. That's basically what you're doing, is that they're mainly going to give all the grip on that bottom card, and that way when you snap down, it'll send everything flying. So that is one ending. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing that little slap, I would still recommend getting down to just this little pile here, and that way you can go through and pinpoint what the card is. And there you have it,
a simple to do card trick that'll boggle people's mind. I recommend trying to get that slap to work for you. It took me a little bit to get that slap working, but once you do, it is... Sorry about that again. Alright, I just was checking people are mowing lawns and stuff, and it's setting off one of our sensors. That's all that's going on. But like I was saying, make sure you get that slap going. Make sure you get that slap working. I do recommend when you're doing it to make sure it is the knuckle grip and not this grip here, because to me this one is not as effective as this one, and plus, I mean, it looks really, really good. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure, please go down below, click the like button, go down and subscribe. And until next time, this has been a magical